All right. So we have so this is our customized menu. So remember that we have to go to header to set all this information. So the first thing we are going to do so that we can have contents instead of coming to this place, let's quickly go and install our page builder so that we can start displaying content in our pages. So let me see if I can just go back to the home page and then install our Elementor, which is the page builder. So you can see that the theme that we install has content actually, but the reason why those content are not showing, it is because we have not installed the page builder. So once we install Elementor, we will now be able to know whether the content that came with that theme that are installed will display. So let's quickly go and install Elementor. So how do we install Elementor? Elementor is a page builder, is a plugin. So you have to install it through your plugin. You go to add new plugin. Remember, I told us before that in WordPress, whenever you want to increase your website functionality, you do that through what? Plugin. Now, once you get to the plugin interface, you search for the plugin you want. So, peradventure, you don't know the name of the plugin you need. All you need is just to go to Google, describe the problem, what you are trying to solve. Google will automatically suggest the right plugin. So now we are installing Elementor plugin. So once you type it, it will display all Elementor products. So you have to go through the brief documentation of each plugin you are installing so that you have proper knowledge of what that plugin will be used for. So you can see some demonstration here. So Elementor website builder. So for those that are learning manual, I told us then that these builders are what represents your HTML. So this it is through this builder that you add content to your web pages if you are building on WordPress. So this is the one I want. This one say Royal Elementor add-on and templates. So you can see other Elementor products, but you should be able to know exactly the one you want by reading through the brief documentation. For example, now the Elementor website builder has it all: drag and drop page builder, pixel perfect design, mobile responsive editing, and more. So this is the one I need. So I'll click on it to install it. Just like the way we have been installing plugin, once the installation is completed, you activate it. Once you activate it, it starts running. The only thing you do is to go to settings to check what that plugin came with by default to know if there's anything that you need to turn on before you can start using it. And once it is activated, it will be added to the list of installed plugin, just like what you see here. So you can see that what Elementor. Now get Pro. Now, which means that most of the features that came with this one you just installed, they are free and some of them are pro. So when we start designing, you get to see the restriction that will be placed on some of those widgets that could help you to add a particular content. So for now, I will check if I have it added here. So once you install a plugin, the best place to know if the plugin is duly installed, you go to plugin, select install plugin. You should be able to see the name of the plugin here. If whatever plugin you install does not display here, and if it display here, if it is not showing deactivate, it means that what that plugin is not active. If it's showing activate, it means that what you need that plugin is not active. If it's showing the activate, it means that what the plugin is active. So if you glance through all of them, you find out that what they are all showing. Look at this one now. Good. This is a very good example. This one is saying what? Activate, which means that it is not running. It is not running. So you need to also know how to turn off a plugin, because when you start handling projects, at some point there could be plugin conflicts whereby a particular plugin will make the other things not work. So you should know how to deactivate it temporarily, just to know whether that is the cause. So once you deactivate a particular suspected plugin, then you go back to where you are trying to execute that function. If it works, it means that what? It was actually caused by that plugin. There are times that you have to deactivate all the plugins at once and reactivate them in order for them to be updated. Now, in WordPress, you must not joke with updation or updating your plugin. The plugin you use today can outdate tomorrow. The client will start calling you that I cannot access my contact form, just because maybe the plugin you use in installing that form has expired. So once you come, there will always be an update somewhere here, just like a notification that will tell you, that will be on the what? The plugin. So once you come here and you see any form of notification, just know that what? There are some things you need to update. So if, for example, I want to deactivate, if I'm having an issue that have to do with turning off all the plugins and turn them on again, so I will just click here to select all the plugins. Then I will just come here and select what? Deactivate. So once I click on deactivate, it will what? Deactivate all of them after selecting apply. Now, that deactivation does not mean that you have uninstalled the plugin. You don't have to go to plugin installation before you can actually what? Bring them back. So you can see that they are now showing what? The ones that you can actually deactivate, because these ones, you install them from the installation when you were setting up the WordPress. That is why you are not able to what? To deactivate them. So now, once you have done this, if you now want to reactivate them, just select all of them also. Come here and select what? Activate, and then click on what? Apply. So that is how you can deactivate and reactivate your plugin if there is need for you to check that. So let me quickly go back to plugin and then check again, install plugin, to see whether they are all showing deactivate. So like I said, there are some plugins you will install. It will require you going to the setting to check, because each time you install a plugin, it comes with default setting. And there are some that the default setting cannot actually handle the tasks you want them to perform for you. So as a matter of fact, you now have to go to setting to check what has been pre-programmed by default and check if there is anything you need to what? Activate before you can start using the plugin. So you can see here, these are some of the settings that came with it. Image optimizer, they say it's not there. This one, AI, you can decide to install all this. So all these that are wrapped in that Elementor, by the time you start handling projects, you will see a demand. You will see demand that will require coming to activate some of this. But for now, we have to go back. I just want us to know how to check your plugin setting. All right. So now let's quickly go back to the front end and refresh again to see, now that we have installed Elementor, whether we have some content. So if we don't have content, through the Elementor, we will now start building content. So, but because of the nature of this class, remember what I'm doing since now is just like a revision of what we have done. We have not even reached where we are planning to cover today, which is the how to build our shopping page and how to activate our payment gateway. But let's still go, because it's important we understand this. So now I want to build my pages with the Elementor. So let me start with the home page. So for me to build my home page, as usual, I will go to what? All pages. And then you can see that
you go to the home page. Where is it here? We have the home page. Oh, the home page is not added here. So that means it did not recognize the other one. But let's do something. You can actually, when you click here, you should be able to see. So we did not add the home page. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Let me click here and see. Let me click here. So you can see, I want us to observe something. Each time I click on this home, check here. If I click on About Us, you will see Edit Page. But if I click on Home, it's not there, which means that what this home is not duly recognized. So let's quickly go back. So menu, let's go back to menu and switch back to main menu. Trying to rectify why that. So done. Let's see. So let me just view again, just to see if there's any update from what I just did now. So you can see that they have gone because that is not the one I'm selecting. So what I'm going to do is to so the reason why it was not updating is that once you pick from here, you have to click on select so that you can view each item. So let me go and save as well. I wanted to mark this before saving. So let me go back there now and see if I can see this menu. Okay, so it's still not displayed. So what I'm going to do now, let me go and create that menu officially. You know, we left it the other time thinking that the one that came with it will display. So let me name it home. Okay, so let me check again now and see. So if I click here, okay, so let's go back to add menu. So I should be able to have it here. Let me remove it and add again. Let me check now. Okay. Let's try and sort it out. So how many home do I have here? I have just one. So let me use this edit to see if I will be able to access it. Okay, no, but this is not, this is contact. We use this. Just want to make sure that we have Elementor assigned to it. Okay, so we can actually edit it. So I'll just click on edit with Elementor. So it will now load your Elementor. So it has not updated it. That is why we are not seeing it there. But once you have access to any of those pages with Elementor, so you can go ahead and start your design. So it's loading the Elementor, the page builder. All right, so this is what we have by default. So you can see the reason why we are not seeing anything there. There is no content design so far in any of those pages. So I want you to pay attention here. If I want to use this widget now to start building the content, that is another manual of WordPress, or you don't need that. Just click on this place, this folder. So once you click, you go to what? You can go to pages. So pages, you will see some theme. You can see content. Go to template. Let's check what we have under template. So here is a what? Have not saved what? Any templates. So let's just take some pages here. So I want to use anyone you hover on that says Pro. It means that you must pay before you can use it. This one says free, and you can see how simple the design is. But I would have loved to use this. Now, I want to show us an expo how you can, break into. These are what you will have paid like $130 something. If you want to register for, if you want to buy an Elementor Pro, you have to pay. So, but what I'm going to do is this. I will just go to a browser. I will just type elements. Element what? Pro. Then it will bring you to this place. So let's say free pro element. Okay, so I will use this one that says what? Pro element pro free. So you click on it, then you download it. So once it's downloaded, it takes some time. So what you are trying to do now, you are trying to break certain rules. That is, what you will have paid for, you now want to convert your basic Elementor to Pro so that you can use all those templates that are telling you to buy. So once it's downloaded, you go back to your page, your dashboard. So we are leaving here for now. Let me use this. You go back to your dashboard. What you downloaded is plugin. So you go to plugin, click on what? Add plugin. Then go to upload plugin. Then select choose file. You go to your download and choose what you downloaded. Then you click on install now. Network, don't start. All right. So once it has installed, just like the way we install the other plugin, after installation, you have to activate. So once you activate, congratulations. So you have the license now. You can see that the other time we came here, this way was telling us get through. Now it's telling you what? License. Now let's go to that particular page where we were trying to edit here. So if I refresh here now, all right, so let's go to, so this is the AI, build with AI. So if you are smart, you can be building the whole page with AI. So you will just be telling the AI, add your logo, add everything. These are the steps. Then before you see, the AI will develop the entire website for you. So this is just like WordPress incorporating AI now. So now let's go back to what we are trying to do. Go back to this, then select this template. What did I click on? Let's load it again. Okay, sorry, we're under what page? Now you can see these are what they were telling us to buy before. So you can see that I've helped us to save up to $120. If you don't know what I just showed you now, you will pay $120 before you can access all this. But now you will now insert it, and then you now select what? Get connect to your template library. So you click on get started. So this will just ask you to register with your email. So if you don't have an email, you provide one. So I'll just say connect. So it's more so that you connect it to the particular account you want to use this Elementor to build. So apply setting to which page? Apply. They say what? The following error occur while processing. So let's hope that they have not detected our secrets. So let me just pick this basic one first, just to know whether it is because of this will override the content layout. I just want to know whether the backdoor that we follow is the reason why. Maybe they have also detected that we follow the wrong channel. But that one that I clicked was initially free. But let me see. If this one is stored, it means that we may have to log out and log in again to properly register it for it to work. Okay, so we have this. So let me just continue with this. Now, the first thing I want to do, this particular template that we installed came with this, no images. So you can see you have your footer section. So how do you now build this page with the Elementor? With the widget. So you need widgets. Widgets are like the building block we use in building, in using any of this page builder to build your page content. So let me start from here. If, for example, now I don't need this particular section, I can just click here and then select, right click on it, select delete. There should be delete option somewhere here. So I've removed that section. That is the inherited layout. If it doesn't match the kind of design I want, so that you know how to use this widget. That is why I am deleting this. So you right click again. Where should I put this? I'll delete it. So let's say I want to use, you are building a portfolio website where you want to say something briefly about the organization. So if I don't want this one, I can right click here and also remove it. I think I have to take this off, starting it, and put it somewhere here. Okay, this is what is actually causing the problem. So I'll delete that one. And right click here also, delete it. So indirectly, I'm showing us how you can remove a section that does not apply to what we are doing. So the whole of this, if I want to remove it, I can also remove it. Now here, I just want to add an image. So I will just click on this plus. Now, once you click on this plus, it will bring out all these widgets. So these ones that are pro, they are now free, but let's see if we'll be allowed to use them. So what I want to add here is an image. So you look for an image widget, just like the page layout we're using. So that they have almost the same process of using. So you will just click on this one and add it here. So you have added what? Image widgets for calling in an image. So you click here, it will prompt you to your media. Media is where you must have stored all the images. So there are some pictures that must have been installed if you install a template with content. But since we did not install template with content, that's why we are not seeing any image. So I will go to my upload, I'll go to my file. Let's say I have downloaded some pictures within my system, and then I have them in picture. Let's say I want to use this, then I will click to load the image here. Then of course, you now click on select. So you have added an image. Now, added an image. Now, if I want to edit this image, just like the way we were editing with the page layer, so you click on it, and then you come to style. That is the equivalent. You know, in page layer, we have something like content, we have like display or design. So from here, you can set the image size automatically. You can see that Elementor is more flexible when it comes to editing. If you were to be page layer, now you know we are typing that width 100 by 100. So this one is more flexible. That is why most people use what? Most WordPress theme you are going to buy will come with Elementor. Then the maximum width, that is you are defining, you can leave this one here. So let's take this one back. And then since we have tempered with it, so let's use the maximum width to bring it up here. Then the height of this, you can set it by using this, but make sure that the image is not disfigured while you are doing that. Make sure that sometimes it's better you return all this, and start your increment, and set your maximum width, and then set your height. So let's just leave it like this. So let's see other things we can do. Then opacity, that is, you want to paint the image. So you can see some things that we are not easily accessed when we were using page layer. You can see it now. Maybe you just want to paint the image. You don't want it to be that too obvious. So that is your opacity. So let's see whether other things we can do here. You can set border. You can see some border that are coming out from the side. If I don't want it, if I want to set the border on only some side without affecting other side, I will click on this so that I can work on individual side. You can see that whatever I'm doing here now is not affecting that particular side. But if I want it to affect it uniformly, I will just make sure I lock up here and then do whatever I want to do here. So let's see how we can also edit some shadow. So you click here to add some shadow, provided you are permitted to use it. So you can blur this image, look at it, just to add this effect. All these things will have been difficult for you to achieve if you are using page layer or other ones. So you can determine where you want to place it. It could be as a result of wanting to make the image to stand out, or is a design. So if you go here, you will see color where you can choose the shadow color. You can drop your color here and pick the section of the color you want. But make sure that your interface should be user-friendly. That is work with a unique color. If you are using green and red, maintain that all through. In other words, the color you use in one section of your website to complement the other section. So I want to find out if you are following me. Let me get a response from at least one person.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so now let's say I want to add a button, just like we have a button here. Okay, let's say I want to add a button somewhere here because we already have a button. Let's say I delete this button. Let me right click on it and say I delete the button because there might be some places where you want to actually add a button. So how do you add that? So you come back to this place. You can just search for button. You can see once you search, you know the name of the widget you are looking for, just set it to bring it out. If it is form, if it is button, but now it's button. So I will click and come and touch here. You can see that hovering effect. Once I drop, it will add the button. So once I click on the button, it will prompt me what? The contents of that button, where I can change the type from default to what? Maybe info. This is just to change like the color, sources. All these are different what? Color. So I expected them to have started displaying. Maybe by the time we publish, we'll see it. Then the text on the button, like we had here before, I can say read more. Read more. So I want it to be capital letter or true. Read more. Then put some dot there. Okay. Now, if I want to style this to correspond with the set of colors I'm using, now before I go to style for styling it, now this particular button, which page will it be targeting? When the user click on it, where will it take the user to? That's the destination. Now, if you leave it on this or with this hash, it means that it will stay on this page. But I want it to target another page. So this is how I'm going to call the page. If you were to be page layer or page player rather, once you click here, it will display all the pages which you must have experienced. But Elementor will not display them. So this is what you do if you are using Elementor. I want that button to target an important page where I have some content, which is what? Maybe our shopping page. So I will click on the shop page. Then you now go to the browser and copy the whole of this URL, then take it up, go back to your editing page, then where you have this link, paste it there. So you have automatically what? Link it. You are going to confirm all that. Then I want to modify the color. To modify the color, I will switch to style. So from style, you will see typography. That is where you choose like all those, the size of it, the size of the write-up. That is where you choose the handwriting. You know how we usually get all these if you are using page layer. Then, so I think I will stay on this. It's more, it's more user friendly and it complements other handwriting that are used there. The weight of it, so you can decide to put it on what 200. You can see it. That is just like the boldness. You don't want it to look too smart or too bold, so you can reduce it. Then the style, you can add some maybe italic just to slant it, and then decoration. If you want a kind of over effect like a line on top of it, or you want like any of them, maybe you don't need anyone like none, so depending on you. Then you can also choose the alignment position. Look at it, it has gone to the center. I can click here to the left and then here to the right. So sorry, this one is to stretch it. That's what, to cover the whole of that net. So I could just choose what? This. So you need to be conscious of, giving users good experience. That is the UI, UX we are talking about. So whatever you are doing, make sure that your colors are complementing each other. So I want to change the color. This is where you change the color. So if I click here, it will just take me to some primary color that have been defined. So I can just choose this one if it corresponds with what I'm doing. And then I will check this color is on this image. which other place this color is being used. So it's similar to this. For peradventure, I want to use exact color. If I don't want to pick from any of those presets, I can click here and then begin to pick the one you want from the color bucket. So I can choose this one. I think this corresponds with this. And then once I'm done with that, then I will just click outside. So that is how to, I want to see whether the color I selected was actually applied. Okay. So once I publish, it will come out good. Okay, so I'm leaving button. So when I'm done, I publish. Then I will go to my front page to see if what I've designed so far are now reflecting on my page. Now remember when we were using page layer, for us to update our content, our design, we are clicking somewhere here, update, but in Elementor, it will be here as what? Publish. Are we still here? Are we still here? Please let me get the response before I continue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, all right. So now we have published it. Now let's go to the front end. Remember, we are developing the home page. So let me click on that home page to see whether we'll see the content we just added. So it is very obvious that was it the about us page we're editing? This home of a thing is still a challenge. It will take time to.
So the home that is there is not the one you added. The one you added has a small letter H.
Thank you very much.
Yes, the one you added has small letter H, not capital letter H.
Thank you, because I'm trying to figure it out since. So let me quickly go back to where is my. I noticed something is wrong somewhere. Let me check it. So don't worry, even if we did not complete it, I will create another section. Where is it? No wonder the home is not even displayed here. Okay, this is one we are building now, right?
Yes,
but the one that is showing there is capital letter.
Yes, this is the one responding.
Okay, so let's go to, let me go to appearance and go to menus again. Okay. So let me display all. The home will even create. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So don't worry, even if we are not able to, because definitely we will not be able to complete this program because it's as if I started all over. But I think it's still okay. It's better we know it than not knowing it. But I'm not going to hold the class I intend to actually focus on today. The way it's going now, we may not get there.
Okay.
So, but I think we are learning something.
Yes, sir. At least we've been able to learn how to use this Elementor because we didn't practice it before.
Okay, good. So that is what is going to happen. Because I am starting another set that is on Saturdays. So in case you have anybody, I'm starting another session next to Saturday. So what I will do is that this particular one, it might come maybe during the week. It might be like Tuesday evening or Wednesday evening, but I will communicate to us just to complete this one because the new session will now be on Saturdays.
Okay, sir.
Hope it's not network or this one should just update now. How about so just in case for those of us that have not done computer basic, I'll be holding a free session tomorrow under Digital C.
Sir?
I said I'll be holding a free training session tomorrow on introduction to computer. If you have not done any basic training before now, I would advise
Okay,
you
sir.
to join that section from 7 p.m. tomorrow. So if you
All
are
right,
interested,
sir.
you will private chat me so I can send you the link to join the class.
Okay, sir.
And please, once I send you the link, you can send it to your relatives, your friends that need that training. It's 100% first class, 100% introduction to computer.
Okay, sir.
Oh, this network is distracting. Let me see if I can prompt it faster. Can you imagine? So let's take it up, and then you
Okay.
save it again, and then let's go to the front end now
Okay, sir.
and check now.
It's there.
Yes,
It's there.
but let me see. Have you checked it?
Yes, sir. It's there.
Okay, good, perfect. So our website. Now let's click on this just to confirm if this is actually connected. So
Got it.
please, anytime you create a link, please always confirm whether it's connected before your client will start telling you that one link is not connected. So let's just click here and see. Remember the page we targeted. That was is it a about us page or shop? Good. Now we are here.
Sure,
So you
sure.
can see that it connects. So let's go back to our editing page. So now here I want to add a kind of what do I want here? So I don't need this. I will right click. What structure do I want to use here? So let me delete this.